So today US30 really tried to fuck me up, as it usually tries to do to most traders. But this is mastery. I've perfected the art. If you want to see exactly how I got my trades executed and how I made my money today with the thought process, stick around to the end of the video. I guarantee you're going to learn something. Okay, so we've got about 10 more minutes until the market opens. We're just going to quickly go over our pre-market analysis, just so you guys have an idea of how I'm approaching the market as we go into the session. You can see that I've truly actually mastered US30 with my predictions. And so we'll jump over onto TradeZilla, into our pre-market analysis. Alright, so this is for the US30 chart. We believe the market's bullish based on the daily market structure, and in that situation we then target external highs. Has our external liquidity been taken? Yes, it has. It was taken on Friday, maybe on Thursday. That's this level right here. So it was actually taken on Tuesday. Price trade below it slightly before shifting structure on Friday. And so this is our bullish signal to get long. And then obviously our market condition is now trending, obviously trending in a bullish direction because we've had a market structure shift. Our important session liquidity is a few levels. We've got an opening gap, which is very, very important. This opening gap is what a lot of institutions will be looking at today, and it's also what I'm looking at. Within our opening gap, we've also got previous day and London session lows, and our London session low is actually right here. So this is an important level. However, given that we're trading in the gap, my belief is we're going to use the gap as our liquidity catalyst to rally higher. And we've got an order block set up right here. We've also got inverted fair value gaps here as well. And so my belief is we tap into this 15-minute order block and then we catapult higher. And so that's an important level. And I've spoken about that right here. Opening gap floor could be the perfect place to position long. In regards to our hourly and 4-hour overall order flow, the hourly chart isn't officially bullish. However, it's beginning to confirm a shift in market structure. All it requires is for price to close above and engulf our candle, and it will signify a bullish trend, and we can see that right here. Obviously, we need to get above this level to confirm an uptrend on the hourly chart, which is definitely doable going into the session. We've got about 6 minutes and 50 seconds left until the market opens. However, the 4-hour chart is cleanly in a bullish trend, clearly, and it's making high highs and high lows. So this is likely going to help us push the hourly chart into an upward trend. And so going into the session, what we're expecting to see is further bullish price action today. Have a bounce from inside our opening gap in an attempt to target our external liquidity, and our external liquidity is simply this line here. This is our first target, and then we will be expecting price to just completely fill all of these gaps, because there's no fair value in any of these areas. So, and obviously there's a tiny gap in here, very, very small tiny gap here, very, very small. Momentum should just break through it quite easily and simply. And so yeah, that's what we're looking to see. However, obviously, given the fact that we're bullish, there's a chance that we actually come down to target our London session lows. My belief is this level here is going to prevent that from happening. And so obviously there is a chance that we do come down and target session lows, and then continue a bearish decline. But given the fact that we've shifted structure on the daily chart, I'm not expecting bears to remain in control today. And so our base case is the gap is filled, and it's enough to catapult us into a short-term bullish trend, at least to our bearish order block. And if we take a look, we've got a bearish order block resting right here. And so I'm expecting price to come up to here at the bare minimum, and then maybe when we get here, then we start to decline again. But what we're seeing right now is exactly what we'd love to see. We want to see price come down to tap into our 15-minute order block, and hopefully we get a rally off this level. And so I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you guys know what happens going into the session. My next trade is going to be at our London session low. Alright, so just really quickly, a quick update, just to let you guys know, I got out of this trade right here. We had hourly chart level of liquidity, and so I exited the trade when we swept it initially, and that was over here. So I got off the trade a couple of hours ago. I'm just doing a quick review on the trade. My belief is, obviously, because we're trading for an opening gap, there's a chance that this gap acts as a quite an aggressive resistance area, because prices obviously has been in somewhat of an aggressive downtrend. And so I exited the position. Obviously the first trade that I took was a loser. If we take a look at the dashboard, the first trade that I took was a loser. I don't know how to use this dashboard, but I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah. First trade was a loser, risking 2% on this evaluation. Second trade we made 3R, so now we're up 4% on this account, which is perfect. Trying to pass this as quickly as possible so we can start earning money again. The main reason I'm trading evaluation is obviously I've got a payout with Funded Next that I'm waiting for 1st of December, and so it's not just this reason. There's a couple of reasons actually. I'm trying to diversify away from Funded Next. Funded Next actually took about $7,000 away from me. They didn't pay me, and that's on one account. And if we take a look at my second 100k account, which is this one, would have been max funded. They refused to pay me for this as well, and so based on that, I'm not going to be trading with, I'm not going to be buying any more evaluations with them, and the goal is to diversify away from them. And so that's why we've recently bought an aqua funded account. And so yeah, that's one of the main reasons why we're trying to get funded on this as quickly as possible, risking 2% per trade, trying to get through the evaluation as quickly as possible and start earning money. But yeah, Funded Next ain't reliable, so we're away from them. But my belief is, obviously, at this point we've made our money for the day. Whatever happens for the rest of the session, I'm happy with my profits. There's no need to continue to put any excess risk on the table, and we'll be back chasing another 2R probably tomorrow, the day after, and try to get this evaluation done as quickly as possible. Nevertheless, I hope you found value in the content. Obviously, some days it might take you 1 or 2 tries, as long as you don't over trade and as long as you trade in a responsible manner. To be fair, I might have made a mistake. Instead of I was slightly unaware of this internal liquidity here, and so if I'd realized that, I would have targeted this level before looking for a rally higher. And so that's my mistake. But moving forward, we're still up on the day, which is always good. Take a look at the trade Zeller as well, so you guys know it's real, up 4%. And yeah, hope you found value in the content. I'll see you in the next video.